everyone. You are once again welcome to my glam store. Thank you so much, so much for your comments. Thank you for your encouragement. For those who have subscribed, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And those who are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscription button so that you'll be able to be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you. Keep on sharing, keep on telling your friends about it. My glam store is doing amazing. All right, today we are going to do a wonderful fascinator for a mother whose child is getting married. So we are going to have this project in two parts. So for the part one, we are going to do the molding and then allow it to dry. Then the part two will come with the embellishment. So quickly, these are the items you need. Already you have seen that this is my mold, and this mold has been, I've covered it beautifully and nicely with a cling foil. The whole idea of a cling foil is that so that the cinnamon does not get stuck on it when you want to detach the cinnamon. Then I have my oil that I'll apply to the base so that it doesn't get attached. Then I have extra water that I will spray. I have my stiffener that I will use, of course my scissors, my stapler, and then I have pins in it. Then I have my bowl that I'll be using to apply the stiffener. So quickly you get started. All right, and then away from there, the main thing, I have the cinnamon. Yes, the champagne gold cinnamon, which has already been soaked in water for it to become soft enough for me to work with. You know, the cinnamon comes in very hard stuff, so if you don't immerse it in water for it to be soft enough, it will be very difficult for you to work with. So now that I have immersed it in water and it's soft for me to work with, we will quickly start with the molding. All right, so now it's very soft and you can see you just cover it up. So before I do that, I'm going to apply some oil all over this one before I start with the molding. So you pour enough oil. You can even pour it on it direct and you just apply it all on the mold. The reason we are doing this is that when we attach the cinnamon and then it dries up and we want to take it off, it doesn't stick on it, and then again it protects the mold from the stiffener. So you apply it generously at the base too and at the edges as well. Okay, I think it has been well applied now. So the next thing I will need is my cinnamon. Yes, so I've already folded my cinnamon into bias. When we say bias, you fold it in the diagonal way so that you'll be able to stretch it and work with it beautifully. All right, so for this type of mold, if you want to mold, what you do is after you've placed the cinnamon on it, you try to lock the crown first. Yes, you lock the crown first before you come to the edges and then you tuck it under. So for the crown, if you want to lock the crown, you can use your stapler and pins, or you can also use your thumbnails, but I'm mostly comfortable with my stapler and pins, but you can also use your thumbnail. One secret is that while you allow it, you don't allow it to dry so much before you go and take the crown so that you can get this beautiful shape. So if you can see what I'm doing, you can also, I'm trying to create that shape, the crown. Yes, so I'll fix it knowing very well that the excess will be able to go underneath it. So I'll just start stapling it down. You can use your thumb pins like I showed you, but you can also start stapling it down. So you can start with the north, east and west before you can go on to staple the remaining down. So as you can see how I did it. Yes, so now that the north, east and west is ready, then you start stapling the remaining as well. Make sure you don't leave any air around this area. So if there's any air, you try to push it down. Good. That is why the sinamay is soft. If it's getting hard, then you keep on spraying with water. You can see I'm almost done. Yes, it has been well stapled. If you can see, it has been so well stapled, and you don't see any air at the crown or where the crown is. Don't see anywhere. Well fastened. So now that we are done, you don't even have to stress yourself. It has already given us the circumference or the shape. So you only turn it upside down, and then you start pressing it down to create the edges, because we are going to cut the excess off. We don't want to use a lot of sinamay. We want to waste a lot of sinamay. So after you've been able to get the shapes out very well, we only have to cut off the excess. So all what we have to do is to get the edges well tight. So as you can see, it has been beautifully molded, and then the base too has been beautifully carved. Like the excess has been shaved away, or it has been shaved off, so it has been cut off to make it very beautiful and simple. So what is left now is for us to apply our stiffener. So the stiffener, if your own is not too thick, then if it's too thick, then you can try to dilute it small. But if it's not too thick and you think the consistency is okay, like mine, the consistency is okay, so I don't need to dilute it again. So for the stiffener, you can use and reuse, so there's no need to worry. So what you do is, as we have always done, you can even sprinkle enough water on it, or more water on it, for you to absorb the stiffener very well, like I'm just doing. Yes, so after that, you just start applying your stiffener. All what you have to do is that you make sure each part has been well stiffened. You have applied enough of the stiffener to each part. Don't leave any holes, or you don't leave places not well stiffened. You apply the stiffener to the edges as well. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed even till now, I beg you kindly subscribe, and then if you are subscribed, like this page and then share. Give me a thumbs up. I'll leave all the things you need in the description section, in the comment section. Please let me hear from you. Thank you very much for watching. So we are done. What is left for me is to go and put it in the sun for it to dry. When it dries, we are going to come to my favorite part, which is the embellishment. So thank you all for watching. See you